Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I'm here today to put our little interactive folio together. I wanted the pieces to go together this way. I'm only going to do the cover today. You can look in the description box for the other two videos. This was last week and this was the week before. But this is how I want mine to look. So when you draw that out, I did it a couple times because I needed bigger spaces. You know, you need the three spaces for this, plus you need an extra piece to close it. So you also need to have your spines. Now your last piece is going to have a smaller spine than the rest, so you can flip it in. So these were 3/4 and this is going to be a half, just so you can flip it inside your folio. I messed up on this one like 5, 6, 7 times because I had to change the measurements. I made it too small, but you can see here this is 3/4, 3/4, and this is a half. So that way this little 1/2 inch one can fold in nicely, and then you're folding in, you have your same spine and your matching spines like that, so it folds in nicely. Because this first page, you don't want to do anything, to it, because that's your closure page, and so you're not going to have anything here and nothing on the back of your flip. But I wanted to have 3 spaces because I have 3 items, so I had to add that extra piece to close it and not have anything interfere with my magnets, because I like a magnet closure. Now if you like a tie closure, you don't even have to do an extra piece, because you can just tie it shut and tape it underneath your waterfall or whatever. Excuse me. But that's how I figure it out. So this piece, I'm not doing anything. I know this piece I need to be 5 because, well actually, this middle piece needs to be 5 because this is 4.5. So because that needs to be 5, then they all need to be 5. Obviously, I don't have a piece of paper that's that big, and so you're going to have to break it down. I decided to put this 5 as well. You can make this piece shorter if you want to, if you want a short book, but I didn't want a short book. So I did all of my pieces at 5. So you need one piece that is 12 by 6 3/4. That's going to be this piece here. That's going to have 2 base pieces, 2 3/4 spines, and it's going to have a 1/2 inch that's going to connect your second piece. Okay, and then your second piece is just going to have 1 mark. Long side at 5, 5.5. This one, long side at 5. I guess I did not write down. Here it is. 5 3/4, 10 3/4, and 11.5. Okay, so you're going to have to use your 12 by 12 paper. I don't have the brain power right now to work out details with 8.5 by 11 paper. I can't do it right now. I'm tired and I can't do it. So let's work this out. Hopefully I have 2 more pieces of that color, which I do. Whew. Last 2 pieces. Your folios don't have to be the same color, but I just wanted mine same color. Alright, so they're both going to be cut at 6 3/4 is going to be the length. So 6 3/4. One piece is 12 by 6 3/4. Let's just make sure that is a full 12 and not a little bit over, which it's a little bit over. So the 12 by 6 3/4 on the long side, we're scoring it at 5, 5 3/4, 10 3/4. I'm missing a score mark. No, I'm not. And 11.5. Hadn't got to it yet. Alright, so 5, 5 3/4, 10 3/4. My paper looks crooked. It's probably because I have my arm propped up on something else. And 11 1/2. I just want to make sure my lines are straight. Maybe it's my eyes that are going crooked. Okay, so put that paper to the side. Get your next paper. So 6 3/4 by 10 1/2. And that is scored at 5 and 5 1/2. Okay, that's it. Okay, so this piece we can go ahead and burnish. This is going to be added to our right hand side. Where's my bone folder? Yeah, I thought this paper was a little bit crooked. That's okay. You just make sure when you burnish it straight. Okay. So that's going to come over here to our right hand side. We're going to pull in our other piece that was the 12 by 6 3/4. We're going to go ahead and burnish our lines, making sure it's straight. Two more lines. I know you can't see, I'm just burnishing my lines. That's it. Okay, so on this little 1/2 inch piece, you're going to attach your second piece here. Okay, you're going to use glue or tape. I'm going to go back to my tape. You know where this was? Like, I don't know if I said last week or not, but it rolled somewhere and I couldn't find it. So I got a whole nother pack, which I know I'm weird. I don't like opening a new pack of tape when I know I still have tape on a roll. But I couldn't find this. It rolled backwards underneath the bed. I don't know how I did that. It dropped straight down. Somehow it ended underneath the bed. Alright, so we're just going to attach. We put tape on the inside of that 1/2 inch score line, and we are attaching our 10 1/2 piece to the right hand side. So it looks like this. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and add my magnets because I feel I'm going to forget them. I'm going to add 3. So I need 6 pieces. Glue dots. Oh my gosh. Alright, so 1 in the middle. Put his partner on top. One at the bottom. Put his partner on top. And the last 2 on the top here. I'm about a 1/2 inch away from the edges. And now I'm just going to flip these over onto the glue dots. Making sure you're keeping the negative and the positive together. You can use your score tape too. Of course. Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and line this up with this piece here, making sure we're nice and lined up. Get your glue dots pressed in place, and you have to slide it off. The glue dots aren't strong enough to where you can pull them apart. You gotta slide it apart. So now you can add your extra score tape on top if you want to, which I do because, I don't know, I just feel better. Just a little piece on top of all of them. I feel like my paper lays down better if I have score tape. I don't know if that's real or not. I just know it makes me feel better. Okay, perfect. All right, now let's open it up. So I will, since I put my magnets, I will also remember nothing goes over here. Okay, so I want this to be waterfall, lock and go, slide and lock and go, and waterfall. So clearly I need to go ahead and mat these because I don't want them to be naked in the background. So let's go ahead and mat them with something. I'm going to use this this light paper because it's right here. This is Bella Boulevard Lake Life, and this is Bella Boulevard Lake Life Besties. So I'm going to use the excuse me. I'm going to use the brown because I really like the brown. It's my favorite. So 5 by 6 3/4. So my middle piece is going to be exactly the 6 3/4, I think, by 5. I'm going to see how that looks because that's going to go underneath my sliding lock. I guess it's okay. I'm going to do slightly less than 5, not much, and slightly less than 6 3/4. Just to fit in those parameters so I'm not messing with my score marks. Where's this? Okay. Whatever. I don't know why it's coming up as going on my score lines. That just means I mismeasured somewhere. I'm not worried about it. Okay. Yeah, it looks better. And then on these sides, I'm going to use the, I like the polka dots, or do I like this better. It doesn't matter. Okay, so I know I'm showing you guys matted. Crazy, right? Alright, and let's put this down. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this one. Glue or tape, whatever your preference. I wouldn't use tape runner only because you're about to mat something heavy on top of it, and I wouldn't want your matting to come off when you're doing your sliding lock mechanism. That's not going to be a good look. So go ahead and use your glue or your score tape. Okay. Let me make sure. Yes, I'm making sure that I cut it correctly and that it fits before I glue, because I'm having a day. Okay, I almost forgot to do this tutorial. So it's kind of late at night. Okay. And then this piece here. So I got 3 of these mats out of one 12 by 12 paper. And I'm going to go ahead and, oops. I am going to go ahead and cut another one of these mats and mat this other side, the left-hand side. I think I have another piece of brown. Okay. All right. We're going to mat over here. Now, what I like to do, and this may be doing too much, but I like to tape the around where my magnets are. I'm sure the glue will be just fine, but I don't like to put glue on my magnets because I already have tape on there. I don't want to do, you know, a lot, just a little too much. Sometimes I do this, sometimes I don't. It's just how I'm feeling. Today is not going my way, so I'm definitely going to take this extra time and step to do this part. Definitely cover here. Making sure there's no overhang with your tape. Okay, and I'm going to put mine on here. So I'm going to add my glue on this side. And I'm adding my glue all except for right there where I know my magnets are probably going to be at. So that's just what I do most of the time. Sometimes I'm too lazy and it still works. But I like to put that tape around those magnets. I didn't get that overhang. Just because I feel like it lays flat quicker. There's no bubbles. You can't see those magnets. So there you go. Okay. So now we're going to take our slide and lock and okay. He's going to be this piece. I almost put it here. It wouldn't have mattered, I mean, because then you could just put 2, but I want mine to be waterfall, slide and lock, waterfall. So blank, waterfall, slide and lock, waterfall. This is going to get glue on the entire back. Your waterfall is not going to get a lot of glue, okay? It is not. Make sure your back is flat. Put this in the center as best as you can. That is nowhere near the center with my slide and lock, but that's okay. Can I peel you up? Oh, yes. It was just slightly off. It would have been fine, but I knew it was off. See, when I have glue, I fuss way too much. When I have score tape, obviously you only have one shot, so I don't fuss. Glue. Okay, and I know it's going to look different once I get the sliding lock mechanism on there, because the sliding lock mechanism lets it have that tiny little gap. Oh. It would help if I put the sliding mechanism on correctly. Okay, perfect. And then our waterfall here. Now, because this is a pull tab waterfall, you only, absolutely only going to put your glue or tape on your band, your belly band. That is it. If you glue the rest of this down, it's no longer going to be a pull tab. It's just going to be a regular old flip. Alright, so you're going to center that to the best of your ability. Oops. I moved it. Okay, and you're going to let that dry. See, it's completely up. It's just that belly band on the back. That's it. You get to see another example. The belly band, glue. That's it. You're not gluing or taping anywhere else. You're going to center this as best as you can. And down. That's it. Okay. Okay. So while that's drying, you're going to close this up. Ta-da! Beautiful. Okay. So open, 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 pull down. Again, mine had this wonky piece because I had to add some measurements, so that one's going to be wonky. Yours is not going to do that. And mine will be fixed once I mat that last page. See how nice? Look. This is how yours is going to go. Whee! Fun. Just kind of make sure, I guess I didn't varnish this one very well. Just make sure that it does lay flat when you pull each piece. That's better. There you go. So you're just going to continue matting and you will have your folio. I don't know if I'm going to finish matting mine. You'll see in a minute. Okay, so I did go ahead and mat mine. I didn't put anything on the cover because none of the cut aparts kind of like super match this. This looks to me more like camping, or you could even use this as Christmas because these are just pine trees. So here she is, super beautiful. Again, I'm not matting these because when you have your 3x4 picture, you're just going to have that little bit of border. I will mat this part. I honestly forgot. So I'll have to mat that. And that's all I'm matting. Maybe you can mat the insides of these if you want. This one I definitely have to mat because that's my oopsie daisy. There's that piece, that piece, and there we are. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Bye.